Mila is a positive, fun, and compassionate person, and someone I had the privilege of working with for a time at EMCN. She's been kind enough to share some of her reflections of being an immigrant to Canada.
My name is Mila Sokolyanskaya. I currently work as a career advisor at Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. I started working at NATE January 2021 in the midst of the pandemic. But before that, I had the absolute pleasure to work at EMCN. I first started in April 2017 as an employment counselor, and I led Immigrant Youth Employment Program from fall 2019 till the end of my contract in December 2020.
When did you arrive in Canada?
So I came to Canada on a frosty morning of December 25th, 2012. It was one of the longest days I ever had in my life. I came to Toronto, and I came originally as an international student. And I believe that I had all immigration statuses possible because I came first as an international student. At some point when I was renewing my study permit, I was a visitor. Then when I was a full-time student, then I graduated. I got my postgraduate work permit. Then I was a worker. I was a permanent resident, and this year I got my citizenship.
What challenges did you face as a new immigrant to Canada, and how did you overcome them?
It was challenging and exciting. I had to reinvent myself professionally and culturally. So I decided to go with a human resources management program, but I never worked in human resources. I ended up volunteering in a nonprofit agency in Toronto. And then after volunteering with them for several months, I got a job offer and I became an intake counselor, counseling newcomers, immigrants like myself on the job search strategies, because as a part of my HR certificate that I took, I learned all ins and outs of job search. It's been my 7th year doing that, and I'm absolutely amazed that this occupation exists and I can help people to do that. It took me a while, first of all, to master my language skills. So I remember I was sitting in a coffee shop with my classmates, and I was from Russia, another classmate was from Turkey, another one from Colombia, and my other classmate, she was from India. And I remember that very day, I realized that I could joke in English so people could get my personality, to joke, to be myself in another language. Is just a wonderful feeling. Another challenge that I faced was low self-esteem when, first month maybe in a new country, people are so excited that it finally happened. But then comes this phase when you start seeing those flaws. You again faced with rejection, or your job search is really draining. It's exhausting. I'm a huge advocate for mental health. Whoever is hearing this, when you're feeling down, don't be shy, don't be afraid of asking for mental health support. And I understand that in many cultures, in many countries, there is a stigma around that. There is no shame in asking for help, because people don't have to do it alone. So ask for help, create a supportive network, ask for help from your family, from your friends, from your community, and of course, ask for mental health support from professionals. That's what helped me. This is what I believe in, because it can happen to anyone.
How did you adjust to the Canadian climate?
Was not a big issue for me because I was coming from Russia, and I grew up basically in Russian Siberia, and I lived in Moscow. And for instance, climate in Edmonton and in Moscow, they're very similar. I learned about layers. I start wearing my winter pants when it's -5, -10. I don't care what people think. Never be shy to put this extra layer. And I mean, really embracing some winter activities because I'm still learning, going skiing, because sometimes there are some activities that you can do only in winter.
What do you like about living in Canada?
First thing that I love about Canada is people, because I do believe that people make a great country. And what I love is diversity. As a person who grew up in a country, in a place with a lack of diversity, it was fascinating to meet with people from different cultures. I cannot imagine where else on this earth I could meet people from all over the world. It just fascinates me hearing their perspectives on this country. This being the biggest blessing of all.
Why do you think it's important to learn about and celebrate each other's culture?
Experiencing other people worldview. This is how we grow. This is how we develop. So I also believe that it challenges us in terms of battling some stereotypes. Other people's perspectives matter. And I'm very grateful that I got to experience different cultures, different perspectives. It challenged me and it changed me in a good way.
Thank you for your time, Mila, and all you do for other immigrants working to make Canada their home.